All right, y'all ain't know how Steppin with Marcus J is live. We are in the den. We appreciate you being here. We got a dope show tonight. And if you want to be down with us, call us at 804-402-2893. I know you're going to want to get in on the show. We're talking about the violence at the Donald Trump rallies. We talking about what this man did in Milwaukee to his neighbors just because they didn't speak no English. We're going to take a walk into the Sham Pipple room with our brother, Mr. 3375, with his relationship segment. And I know what we talking about, and y'all going to be in for it. So make sure you stay with us to discuss that stuff. But we're going to lead off the show with a very, very, very special guest talking about a school in Haiti. A school in Haiti, institution Mixte Mahanaim. And you definitely want to hear our sister Joelle Alert talk to us about that one. It's going to be a real dope segment. Ain't No How Steppin with Marcus J is live right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time again.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying, then they must be half stepping. Ain't No Half Steppin with Marcus J is live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We thanking y'all, everybody, for listening to us tonight. We appreciate those folks that are listening to us live right now on TuneIn, on Streamer. We appreciate those folks that are listening to the replays right now on YouTube and on iTunes. It's because y'all rock with us every single week. That's why we're going to continue to roll with y'all. Special thank you to those folks who are listening to us on account of our sponsors, which we will have a word from them later on in the show. Live Action Captions. They make all of our shirts, and they can make yours as well as Free Spirit Enterprises. If you're an artist and you're looking to get your art out there, you can definitely benefit from rocking with Free Spirit Enterprises. We're so excited to have you guys listening to us tonight. Ain't No Half Steppin with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. And I'm so excited tonight to be talking to our first guest here on Ain't No Half Steppin with Marcus J. It's a sister who's been a dear friend of mine for a long time. And when I heard about what her family is doing, I said, we definitely have to get you on the airwaves. So what I will do is not talk any longer. I'm going to introduce our first guest of the night. It's my sister. Joelle Alert is on the live line with us. What's going on, girl?
Hello, Marcus. How are you? Hello, everyone out there.
I'm doing fabulous. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be able to share this news with everyone.
Well, we're definitely excited to have you. We're going to jump right in it. We're talking about a school. We're talking about a school in Haiti. Why don't you tell us the name of the school, and then we'll kind of get into what the deal is with the school.
Okay, well, the name of the school is Institution Mixte Mahanaim, and it is located in Gonsalves, Haiti. That is actually my father's hometown.
Okay. Now, if you know geographically, many folks know that Haiti shares an island called Hispaniola with the Dominican Republic. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And the capital of Haiti is what?
Port-au-Prince.
Okay. Now, how far from Port-au-Prince is Grand Saline?
Gunsaline is probably about, actually about a 5-hour drive.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you exactly in miles how far it is, but 5 hours, give or take, and that's because the roads are pretty bad out there.
Gotcha. So translated at least a couple hours at minimum to get there. Now, the school is a very, very personal thing to you. Why don't you tell us about your dad and where the inspiration for the school came from?
Okay, so in 2007, my dad visits Haiti often. Both my parents are from Haiti, and they go back and visit often. And in 2007, my dad had gone out there. He met with some of the community leaders in his hometown in Gunsaline, and they were saying how there was a need for education. The problem is that in Haiti, beyond 6th grade, it's difficult for you to get an education in a public system. So you either would have to have money to send your children to school, or you would have to send your children to board somewhere else to go to school. So my dad got together with the community leaders, and they started a school. It started out with about 26 students. And currently, right now, there are 151 students.
Wow. So that's a lot of growth, and we're just talking about in 9 years. That's a whole lot of growth in 9 years. Tell us about the area in Grand Saline and what kind of educational background and economic background the folks who are sending their children to school live in.
Okay, so Grand Saline, Haiti is what's considered the countryside. Port-au-Prince is more like the big city, and Gunsaline is more of the countryside. So it's a more impoverished area than some other places in some of the bigger towns. The next big town over would be St. Mark, and a lot of people would have to send their children there. And St. Mark is about 50 miles away.
Wow.
So you could imagine being impoverished, you're really not going to have the resources to be able to send your children that far away to go to school.
Right. Well, let's translate that. Mm-hmm. Let's translate that for those folks in Jersey City, where you and I are both from. That would be sending your kids to school in Trenton.
Correct.
Or that would be for those folks here in Richmond, Virginia. That would be sending your kids to school in maybe Emporia, or going south, or Fredericksburg going north. So you can imagine the hardship that it would be to try to send your children to school 50 miles away. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, what makes it even more difficult is that for you and I, we may say, "Oh my God, that's about 45 minutes on the turnpike for me to go to from Jersey City to Trenton." But for them, they don't have a car. There's no train system. There's no bus system.
Right.
So how do you do that?
Right.
And a lot of people actually travel there in fishing boats, literally in fishing boats, to travel across the water to get to Gunsaline.
Wow.
So it's not something that is even feasible.
Right. Now, I'm guessing if the area is got some issues with financial capabilities, how are these people even sending their children to the school?
Well, the school is funded strictly on donations. So we have our church members involved. We have friends, family that are giving donations, and my dad uses his own personal funds to fund the school.
Right.
When he goes out there, when he does go to visit, which is several times a year,
right,
he makes sure that he can provide a meal. It's 1 or 2 meals for the days that he is out there, because he usually gathers up funds and he has a little extra money to be able to provide meals for the children. And a lot of times this is the only meal that they're going to get for the day.
Wow.
So what is going on in the school is extremely important to the community there.
Right. Now, ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. We're talking to our sister Joelle Alert. We're talking about a school called Institution Mixte Mahanaim. Did I say that correct? I hope I said that right.
Yes, you did.
All right. Which was founded in 2007 in Grand Saline, Haiti. It was founded by her dad. It's a school in his hometown in Haiti. I think this is a fabulous thing that your dad and your family are doing. I think oftentimes, people, kind of look to themselves in their immediate circle, and that's kind of where they send their blessings. But, here's a man who left there and came to United States and did well for himself. But he never forgot where he came from. And that's very, very important. And I commend him and I commend your whole family for making those sacrifices. Let's talk about the 9 years since the school was founded. I'm guessing that many of the children have maybe cycled through the school. What do we know about, what they've done with themselves in the years since they've gone through the school? Like, how long are they there? Is it a 5-year school, 10-year school, 4-year school? Like, how does that part work? I know that was a lot of questions in one question, but I think you understand what I'm getting at.
Yes. Okay, so the school goes from kindergarten to 10th grade. One of the good things about the school is that we have students there all ages, so they could be as young as 4 and 5 years old to 27 years old. Why? Because, like I said prior to this, it was difficult to get an education. So pretty much if you're at a certain grade level and you fall within that bracket, doesn't matter how old you are able to attend the school.
Right.
The students that take the state exams are passing the state exams, so it's really important that we continue this effort because it does show that the school is working.
Right. Now, tough question, but we know Haiti was devastated by the earthquake in 2010. Do you know offhand how far the epicenter was from where the school was, and was the school affected?
No, the school was not affected. I know that Port-au-Prince itself was greatly affected. So you figure, like I said earlier, about a 5-hour drive, right. Port-au-Prince is. And there were some, I believe that the epicenter was around the Port-au-Prince area.
Okay. So
what happened was actually after the earthquake, a lot of people wound up moving back to the countryside. Okay. And that also brought the need for the school to continue because more people were moving back there.
Right. I guess that would explain partly explain some of the growth that the school has seen from its inception in 2007 to the present. I would guess.
Correct.
Let's talk about the tuition. I'm guessing that obviously they have to have financial obligations to get there. Are there scholarships, or how does that part work?
Well, basically, we don't turn anyone away. Like I said, the school is funded through the donations, and the tuition ranges from $40 to $100 a year. Okay. And most of the parents, and that's U.S. dollars, most of the parents don't have it. So it's, once again, really important that we continue these efforts to bring in funds so that we're able to send the students to school every year.
Right. So if the parents can't pay it, Mr. Alert and the family and the donations from the church, et cetera, ends up paying it.
Correct.
Okay. Now, that leads me to the next piece where we can help. Tell the listeners, this is the part where your impassioned plea to the listeners to assist you. This is where we do that part. So tell the listeners what they can do to help.
Okay, well, right now we are having a fundraising dinner. It's scheduled for April 10th, 2016, and it's going to be in Union, New Jersey at the Galloping Hill. The dinner is $60 per adult and $25 per child, ages 2 to 12. You can get the information by going to www.eventbrite.com. And in the search box, if you put in Mahanaim, which is spelled Mahanaim, that's M as in Mary, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, H as in Harry, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, A as in Apple, I as in Igloo, M as in Mary. And make sure that the area is Union, New Jersey, and the event will pop up.
I'm looking. I'm efforting it now. Give it to me one more time, because I'm gonna try to see if I can get it, and then I can maybe put it in social media so folks can get it. So what is it? www.eventbrite. One more time.
Yes, www.eventbrite.com. / And in the search.
Oh, in the search. Okay, no slash.
Yes.
Okay. In the search, we're looking for Mahanaim, but you want to go to Union, New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay. I'm literally doing it right now as we speak because I want to see if we can get this link out there so that folks who are in the area and even not in the area can be a part of it, and so they want to search Mahanaim. And here it is. I found it.
Okay, and if Mahanaim is too difficult for you to remember, you can put in black tie event.
Yep.
Make sure you use Union, New Jersey as your search, and it'll pop up as well.
Yeah, I've got it here, and I'm looking at it. The Galloping Hill Caterers, Galloping 1085 Galloping Hill Road in Union, New Jersey. Is the location. Sunday, April 10th, 2016. The event starts at 6 p.m. So I've got it here right in front of me, and I'll make sure that I post this to my Facebook as well, so that the listeners can make sure that they are aware of it and they can buy a ticket. Now, I'm guessing even if you're not in the Union, New Jersey and New Jersey area, there is still a way that you can contribute or make donations. Can you tell us about that?
Correct. If you click on the event and you click on Get Tickets, there is an option there for you to make donations.
Okay. So, actually, I see it here. Okay. So, yeah, you got it all. You guys got it all figured. This is awesome. And you know how Steppin with Marcus J. We're talking to our sister, Joelle Alert. We're talking about a school called Institution Mixte Mahanaim. I'm going to say that right every time.
Very good.
Mahanaim, which was founded in 2007 by her dad in Grand Saline, Haiti. And this is a school that meets the educational needs for many of the Haitians in the area who may not have access to good schooling. The nearest school to that area was 50 miles away. And so if you think about your own area, and you think about your own area with paved roads and train systems and things of that sort, you think about having to get to school 50 miles away every day of the school year, and then you say to yourself, you know what, I don't have a paved road, I don't have a train service, the roads here are not that good, and then you add to the fact that you don't even have a car. You can imagine how challenging it would be for you to get an education. And being Americans in this country, we know how, as young people, it's drilled into us at a very young age that education is key. And so we have to think about our brothers and we have to think about our sisters because we know that, you know, once you have that melanin in you and that African blood, it doesn't matter where you reside. Some folks were in Haiti, some folks are in Jamaica, some folks were brought right here to the United States of America. But the point is, that's our brethren there. And so we need to make sure that we take care of them. So I personally will make the pledge that I will make a donation to sponsor a kid. So I will make sure that I make a donation to the Institution Mixte Mahanaim. Gotta say this right. Institution Mixte Mahanaim. I will personally make a donation. So you will see that come through prior to the April 10th dinner. That's my personal pledge, and I challenge every single person who is listening to the sound of my voice right now, who listens to Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, whether it be the live show, whether it be the replay on YouTube, whether it be the replay on iTunes, I challenge you to match the donation. And you can see right there what the tickets cost, so you don't have to be confused about what your donation would be. And if you see it in your heart to donate more, by all means do that, because you're helping send a person to school and you're helping to aid in their education. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Joel, in closing, anything else that you want to share that we maybe have not gotten to? And if we've gotten to everything, then reiterate it one more time, who you are and what we're talking about.
I just want to elaborate on the fact that, you know, these people are really, really impoverished. I'm really passionate about the work because it's helping so many people. The teachers that work there are being paid $100 American per month, which is not anything at all to any of us. And there are 23 teachers currently there. The uniforms cost $25 to $60 a year, and the parents can't afford the uniforms either. So I think that with everyone contributing and putting together, that this effort will be able to continue.
Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. We're talking to our sister, Joelle Alert. She is representing her dad, who has founded institution Mixte Mahanaim. I said it right the first time.
Yes,
founded in 2007 in Grand Salim, Haiti. It was designed to provide education in Haiti to those folks who are unable to get to a school, as the nearest school is 50 miles away. Go to the website that we talked about a few minutes ago, www.eventbrite.com, and search Union, New Jersey. Union, New Jersey. They are having an event there on April 10th, 2016. It's a sponsored event, so if you're in the area, by all means, go by, mix and mingle with the folks. It's going to be a great event. If you're unable to attend because you're not in the area, or you're just unable to attend, does not mean that you can't participate and contribute. Go to the same location and you can definitely make a donation to the school. Joelle, I'm so glad that you guys let me know about this. As I mentioned earlier, I usually don't allude too much to any personal connections that I have with folks, but you and I have been friends for a very long time. Your brother and your sister are two of my favorite people as well. So I'm very happy and honored that you guys let me know about this so that I can contribute, so that I can be a part of this. It's not going to be the last time that we talk about it. I would love to have you guys back on the air, whether it be yourself or your brother or your sister, to come on and share their own perspectives. I look forward to it. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We're going to take a break. Joelle, hold the line for a second. We're going to take a break.
All right.
And when we come back, we've got more of the show. You're listening to Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Be back in a few.
Yo, it's Big Rube, Legacy Internet Radio. You know what I'm rocking with. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. Check us out, www.legacyinternetradio.com. Of course, as you know, independence is the